do 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 do. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Meow 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 meow. Do 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 do. La 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 la. Howdy. Hello, Buggy. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. Hello, Buggy. Hello, Casaniteto. Hello, Retro. And stream already. Oh, crap. But have you considered? Hi, Kiwi, Peewee, Seawee, Beewee. Hello, Sokar. How are you doing today, twin?
Meow, 3.
Thank you for the 100 bits, twin. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I mean Florps. Thank you for the Florps, twin. Holy moly. W Sweetie Pepper right off the bat? Thank you, Riley, for unfollowing me and refollowing, twin. Thank you. Can I please get a W Pepper in the chat immediately? La 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 la. Creeper. Oh man, that was scary. I'm sorry, Hump for the cunt. Thank you, Retro, for unfollowing and refollowing. W Kiwi. W Jace. Hello, Hunt for the cunt. What is PNR? Oh, okay. 100 gay florps, guys. It's Pride Month. That's true. Hello, Cod Val. Hello, twin. Who's this just streaming guy? Why she sounds so sad today? Oh gosh. I'm just tired. I don't know why I sound so sad today. I'm not sad. I actually feel pretty good today. I'll tell you all about my day, but first, how are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. Thank you, Jace, for unfollowing and then refollowing. Hello, Ohanton. Thank you for having Wet Cat GIF in its rightful place. Okay. Yeah. Last time I dared to remove it, I received protests. Look at the cutie. Look at the cutie. La 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 la. Jace the Waste is currently on a 3-stream streak. 3 days wasted. W Pepper, W Riley, W Retro. Okay. Hello, Nasus? I never know how to say your name, twin. I hope that 5 improves. Well, what's the Brazil? I'm a 1.5. That's not good, Scarlet. I hope that number improves. Hello, actually, John Egbert. How are you doing, twin? La 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 la. Kiwi, I scored 5 tries at my rugby tournament today. Are you proud of me? Yes, I am, Riley. I do not know how rugby works, but it seems very difficult, and that's awesome. Ohan Tin is on a 3-stream streak. W Haj. I'm watching all of you. Is your baby mama green AF? Yes, he is. Thank you for asking. 7 because I have a headache, but Kiwi stream so happy. That's good to hear, Jace. Hey, I appreciate you always keeping it positive. Oh, Kiwi is here. Hello. Hello, Emo Ducker. Honestly, I hoped Brazil would get demolished by the what? Yo guys, let's leave sports. Let's leave it at the door, okay? let's leave the World Cup at the door. I don't watch sports. I will not know what you're talking about. I'm burned out on this cat gif. Okay. La la la. That's very quiet, not worth the points. Do you guys just want to spend money so that you can just destroy my eardrums and annoy everyone in the stream? Is that what you want? Because the point of the redeem isn't to blast my eardrums. It's to show the thingy on screen and then play a tiny little sound. I'm not adding a redeem that significantly reduces the quality of stream for everyone and annoys everyone, including me. I'm not doing that. Kiwi Loki, my favorite steer. Thank you, Jace. I appreciate it. Also, it's not that quiet. I can hear it. Can we please lower the channel store prices? I beg you. No. See, because people can already redeem it so much, and if I lowered the price, I would be getting redeems every 0.2 seconds. I can barely hear it. That's good. 5k channel points to reduce the stream resolution. Mitus calling me cutie upped my mood to 2.5. Who is Mitus? La 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 la. Don't lower your price, know your worth. Thank you, Hunt, for the kind. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Twin. I can barely hear it. See, but like, that's how I want channel point redeems to be. I don't want to be streaming and just have this like, by the way, mind you, back when it was loud, I always had people saying, oh my gosh, it's so loud, turn it down, oh my ears, oh it scared me, which I agree with. I always had people complaining about it, which I agree with. I change the volume, I lower it, suddenly we're all complaining that it's too quiet. It's a lose-lose, so I'm gonna pick the option that I prefer, which is having it quieter, so that it doesn't just destroy my eardrums. I miss the days when I lived in fear. Yeah, but now we want it back. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Know your worth, end stream. At Puppy, TK, this shit Kiwi, so TK, this shit Kiwi. Thank you, Jace the Waste, I appreciate it. What the fuck is happening? Hello, Kate, how are you doing, Twin? Trying to multitask. They got an ad right when I said hello. Can somebody tell Kate that I said hello? Trying to multitask and listening to the current Discord VC and Kiwi stream at the same time is an easy way to cause the effects of a lobotomy. Somebody tell Kate that I said hi. What was I gonna say? I really want to make pause. I like all your videos, Kiwi. They're all like peaceful and chill and stuff. Thank you, actually, John Egbert. That's wonderful to hear, Twin. When's the promised Silk Song stream? Bro said promised. What? This is news to me. I didn't know I promised that. Do you want streaming as a job? Yep, ideally. I joined like 3 minutes ago. Why am I getting ads again? I don't know, Twin. I'm sorry. I just do the default Twitch ad amount, the one that they suggest, and it seems to be wildly different for everyone. I have some people say that they don't get any ads, and then I have some people say that they get way too many. I don't get it. La 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 la. What is this stream about? I didn't really consider that. I didn't really consider that at all. What should we talk about? We have so many options. We could talk about sleep, which I always enjoy. Speaking of sleep, I've been sleeping horribly lately. We can talk about autism. I like talking about autism. Mental health, that type shit. Psychology. Can we talk about clicker training in more detail? Does anybody have... Are you spoiling? Hey, somebody ban this motherfucker in YouTube chat that just spoiled the last episode of The Amazing Digital Circus. I paused my Germavod for this. Sino, I truly am honored. I truly am honored. Yo, Retro, can you go ban that motherfucker in YouTube chat? I would really appreciate that, Twin. GADC 9 spoilers. 7-hour frauding session between Kane and Jax. Okay. Hello. Hello. Amez? Is that how I say your name, Twin? I'm not staying because it's 3 AM, but have a good stream, Twin. Thank you, Twin. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's talk about food. I don't have many opinions on food. Well, I do, but they're all very predictable. I'm autistic and I have a very selective palate. That being said, I did make myself eggs with cheese and spinach today, and I was so proud of myself. La 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 la. Kiwi, do you fuck with sushi, be honest? Hunt for the cunt, were you here when I had my sushi hyperfixation? Retro, pull the trigger, I got it. Hey, this might be a shocker, but no talking about sex in my stream chat. I know this might be really surprising to hear, for some of you. And by some of you, I mean Mari. La 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 la. Alright, Gonku, enjoy your food, Twin. I did not know of this, really! I went like a couple months of my life where I would get sushi almost every single day. Almost every single day. La 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 la. I don't know if I would have timed Jace out. I don't know. I'm autistic. I don't know what should be allowed and what shouldn't. I feel like it was just a joke and it was obviously a joke. I don't know. Low-key gonna go sushi train later today. I am excited. What's sushi train? Hello, Ale? How do I say your name, twin? Yes, but Buggy is a minor. What does that have to do with anything? Whoa, that's old water. Oh, I almost drank old water. Ew. Bro, I have been studying for the last 6 hours. 6 hours? I don't think I've studied for 6 hours in my entire life. Holy moly. Hello, Abodi. Hello, Kiwi. I have an exam in 4 hours. What am I even doing here but can't sleep? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, Pockets. First stream. Came here from one of your TY vids. Thank you for the follow, Pockets. I appreciate it, twin. What is TY? Oh, YouTube. Welcome, twin. It's good to have you. Okay, what do you guys want to talk about? I'll toss out some options at you. Sleep, autism or ADHD, depression, mental health, something psychology related. Pick one. Just time out everyone, TBH. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, the frauding thing was a response to Buggy's message. I see. Let's talk about politics and religion. Worst chat ever? I once worked on an essay for like 12 hours straight. Oh my, bro, I study every day for like 10 hours? Okay, what do you guys consider studying? I've worked on an essay for like 8 hours, but that's not studying, that's homework. I'm not reviewing anything. I'm creating an essay, that's not studying. That's producing something. So what do you consider study? Masking is a really good topic. Any questions regarding masking? I always enjoy talking about masking. I remember one time a Bodhi asked a question and it was so fire and it got me thinking that I had to make a YouTube video on it. Do you watch football? No, I do not. I do homework, but I don't study much, probably due to ADHD. Me too, twin. Kate, I never studied in high school. I think I studied like, I could probably count the amount of hours on my hands that I studied during my entire high school career. Studying is reviewing or learning stuff for something like a test. Exactly. There's no way y'all are studying for 10 hours a day. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. What are you doing that requires that much studying? How do you, like, eat and sleep and live? I only studied in high school for the SAT. The SAT is the test that I probably studied the least for in my entire career. I had a protein bar for breakfast and I pulled up in my pajamas. For me, studying is watching the lectures again and then solving every problem in the book before the exam. You're so much more hardworking than I am. Or maybe you just don't have ADHD. Regardless, my strat was usually to not study at all and then just wing it. I only study for the final exams. That's valid. I study for a final exam if I consider it to be very hard. Hello, bloke. Like, if I know a test is going to be really challenging, I might study for like 30 minutes max. I don't know, I think I winged like every test ever. I don't think I ever actually studied. Honestly, like, that's real. I didn't take the SAT, wasn't required to. Yeah, it wasn't required for me either, but I just chose to. I can study 10 hours a day, but not back to back. I take breaks, but the last 6 hours were no breaks. Bro, like, I could, how? How are you studying for 10 hours? I don't even care that there are breaks. How? I don't think I've done anything for 10 hours in my whole life. Just any consecutive time spent on a singular task. Let's talk about the homophobia that Retro shows by banning me for 5 minutes. yeah, let's let's talk about this. That sounds like a good conversation topic. La 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 la. La, 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 la. I winged it for a while, but started studying when my grade was around 50%. That's valid, Rex. Also, hello, twin. Okay, I gotta go be productive. Have a good stream, twin. Thank you, Hunt, for the cunt. Enjoy your productivity, twin. How are some of y'all's days longer than ours? No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even have time. In high school, I was at school for the majority of the day. ADHD hyperfocus helps, but see, like, I don't hyperfocus on school. I hyperfocus on things that aren't school, and they pull me away from school. I was at school for like 6 hours or something, and then I have sports for another 2 hours, and then I get home and I have to like unpack and make food and do homework, and now it's nighttime. And you're telling me some of y'all have like 6 hours to study at that point? How do you have more time in the day than I do? My final exam started yesterday, and I've been studying since April 22nd. I'm devastated now because these exams will determine which university I'll attend. Devastated? Why are you devastated? Twin, believe in yourself. You got this. La 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 la. Retro isn't homophobic. His eyes are the same color. I had people in my class study 6 hours a day per day consistently, plus 8 in class. No. No, that's so... No. Engineering, so it's all math, so it's easier to cram. Not a lot of theories. Again. I don't know how you guys do it. You have my respect. Honestly, all my life, 4 hours max studying was more than fine. No, me too. I flew by in high school. I had amazing grades. And never studied. I didn't have the strength to study. I tip my hat to you all. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, is my PFP menacing? Miserable kid. I would say no because I'm not even on YouTube, so I can't see your profile picture. Wait, what? That's if you study once a week. I only study before my exam. Why is this? Wait, why are we talking about school? Well, I just realized. We are in a Kiwi draw stream and we're talking about school. The more you talk about school, the more our stories sound the same. Really, Pepper? Wait, why is it so hot in my room? La 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 la. Staring at the carnage, praying that the sun will never rise, living another day in disguise. Are those song lyrics? Hello, Ali the Aussie. Should I be mean or should I be nice? I'll be nice. Hello, Ali. Welcome in, twin. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing. Be honest. La 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 la. I've been on vacation since April 22nd, so I have plenty of time to study. I mean, I suppose that's nice. Ketchup or mayo? Ketchup. High school, obviously, no studying / very low time. You just need to be focused on your course, though, but after that, studying is a must. That's true. O2. When you hit college, you kind of have to study. That's why I'm just gonna drop out. Always be mean to Ali. No, I'm very scared of drinking water. I'm homophobic because I get really scared of suburbs. You're really spamming the la 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 voice line. That's called stimming. That's called stimming. Does anybody know what song I'm singing, though? Ketchup or honey mustard? Honey mustard, bro. Honey mustard is so fire. When did we start being mean to Ali? Pretty much as soon as he spawned. Thank you for the follow, Macpixel. Thank you, twin. Proud of you, Kiwi. Thank you, twin. I don't know what I did, but I appreciate your kindness. Does ADHD affect your study can't focus? Yes, ADHD affects one's ability to focus immensely. Immensely. My ADHD is the primary reason why I was never able to study in high school. The most I would do is like 30 minutes. And usually that would have to be with someone else. If I was studying with somebody else, it's a lot easier. It becomes like a social event, and you can, what's it called, like, not parallel play, but you can, I don't know what it's called. There's this phenomenon where it's easier to do something if you're mirroring someone else that's doing it. So I would take advantage of that and study with people. You are singing the McDonald's tunes. I am not. I am singing Golden Brown. Peak song. Honey mustard is peak. That Kiwi, my twin, for real. I love honey mustard. Bro, so based. So, honey mustard is gas. Eaten a burger with no honey mustard. Okay. You came from YouTube. Came from YouTube. Hello, twin. I came from YouTube? Are you have a lot of thoughts at the same time? Have a lot of thoughts at the same time? Speaking on my own personal experience and nothing else, my thoughts are just very fast. Either my brain is empty and fuzzy, or my thoughts are very fast and I'm moving rapidly from topic to topic and they're very disorganized. La 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 la. That's parallel play, no? It could be. I don't really know. I don't really know the terminology, but I know the phenomenon. Cane sauce, never had it. Same here. I've never had cane sauce, but I want to. It looks so fire. It depends on the exam and the material. If I was studying medical, 4 hours is obviously not enough. Hats off to anybody that is studying in the medical field. An absolute warrior. Hot take, any type of mayo is better than any type of mustard. Everybody boo this individual. What's media share, Jace? What's media share? That doesn't let you put images on my screen, right? Because that'd be a terrible idea. Thank you, Kasane Tero, for unfollowing me and refollowing. I appreciate it, twin. Can you do an impression of the Chick-fil-A girl? Who is the Chick-fil-A girl? How the pregnant femboy. Oh, he's doing really good. Thank you for asking. One day I'll have him on a stream. I hate mustard, so I agree with him. Okay, like, to be fair, I don't really like just plain mustard, but I love honey mustard. La la. Cane sauce isn't mind-blowing, it's pretty much Thousand Island dressing with a lot of pepper. Really? I thought it was, like, extremely delicious. What a shame. Mustard sucks. Mustard. American mayo is literally flavorless. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I also hate mustard, but honey mustard fucks hard. It fucks? Fire emoji. Okay, stop hitting on mustard in my chat. I'm gonna revoke your free speech. How dare you hate on mustard? Well, okay, to be fair, I don't really like mustard either, but it encapsulates honey mustard. Whoa. And honey mustard is peak. Look at the... Did you see that? It was like... Media share is something where you pay money to play videos on stream. Oh, that sounds like such a bad idea. How would I know that nobody's gonna submit something that's toss? Why can't sauces get along? True. Kiwi don't know the slang. Whoa. Big Kiwi deploying the thought police? Whoa. Metallica presents Mustard of Puppets. You like my shirt? Shirt of the day. Mustard dictator propaganda. Worst message ever? Interesting. Will AI replace programmers? What do you think? I think, hello, Usame. I'm sorry, twin. I'm sorry. I'm butchering your name. I'm sorry. Usa. Hi, twin. How are you doing on a scale from 1 to 10? La 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 la. La 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 la. Ismail is a very curious individual. I don't think AI is going to entirely replace programmers. Not at all. I think it's going to affect a lot of programmers, but I don't think it's going to replace all of them. Certainly not. Hydrate again. La 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 la. Will AI replace sauces? Nice shirt. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate it. Wait, I need to clear my throat. Retro is a 16 to 17 artificial unintelligence deployed by Kiwi. Okay. Says the 16 to 17. As a programmer, no it won't. It makes our job easier, but we still have to manage and control things. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. La 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 la. La 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 la. Why am I am I getting sick? Because I feel like I'm losing my voice. Will AI replace honey mustard? I'm not really qualified to speak on the whole AI thing because I'm not in the field. Microsoft already gave up on AI because it was costing them more than real workers. That's so funny and deserved. Media shares usually pass their mods. I read that. Did I not say it out loud? La 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 la. You're always sick, Kiwi. Okay, but that's not true. That's not true. You know what does happen? I often say, I think I'm sick, and then I'm not actually sick. But like, you can hear my voice starting to go. Will AI replace honey mustard? I think I did say it. I think I did. Like, AI can make us do large tickets way faster, but we still have to audit and correct it. That makes sense. La 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 la. As a CS major, it does sometimes feel like I've gambled my entire future on a decision I made only a few years ago. Least surprising combination ever? But yeah, I get that. I'm a software engineer major as well. You would never believe it, because I don't know shit. But I get that. I get that. And I don't know enough to know if the industry is safe. Stop singing the McDonald's jingle. It's not the McDonald's jingle. Wait, why are we saying this? Why are we saying it? The frames? What? It's been lagging the whole time for me? Why? Is it okay now? Stream lagged hard for a moment. Lagged a bit. Is it back? Is it back? That's karma? Karma for timing you out for talking about sex in a public chat? No, it's not the McDonald's jingle. It's the do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, golden brown, dun-dun-dun-dun. It's fine now? Okay, good. Good. W Pupwee. Guys, YouTube chat is sapping all the frames. Yeah, I think we need to execute YouTube chat. That might be the only solution. It's not the McDonald's jingle. Dongle. Okay. It's not. Jace the best. La la la, I'm kiwiing it. It's crazy how comp sci was easily the most promising career path when I was in high school, and now it's been so radically changed in such a short time. That's so true. That is so true. And like 20 years, there's something in my eye. Like 20 years ago, it was so easy. It was so free being a computer science major and trying to get a job. It was laughably easy compared to today. You know what really sucks? Nowadays, people that are applying to jobs are using AI. They're using AI to make their resumes. A lot of them, not all of them. They're using AI to apply. And the people that are hiring them are also using AI to filter through all of the applicants and to select them. And it's AI back and forth. The job descriptions are made with AI. It's just so cringe. It's a slop factory. Now you can't even find an internship. Exactly. Kiwi, stop singing the McDonald's jingle. It's literally not the McDonald's jingle. It's golden brown. Does anyone else like that song? Spore evolution gif. Hello, Smithy. I can proudly say AI has never written anything for me. That's awesome, Twin. That's awesome. La 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 la. La 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 la. Kiwi starts singing golden brown. Oh, I got you. Fun fact, Facebook has no human moderators anymore. They're all AI and shitcam people arbitrarily. Oh, that's so awesome! Is Kiwi AI too? Golden brown? More like golden arches. Alright, bro. Kiwi probably sold out to McDonald's. That's why she keeps singing it. Alright, bro. Literally golden brown, by the way. Yeah, I'll take a Big Mac. So I went from singing golden brown to being a McDonald's worker. Okay. Kiwi. Burger King or McDonald's? Neither. I hate fast food, but if I had to choose one, McDonald's. I think I've had Burger King like once in my life. I haven't heard good things about it. La 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 la. I got myself an internship recently in music education. It's only a week-long thing, but it's pretty cool. That sounds awesome. She sold out for a 20-piece McNugget and 3 apple pies. Kiwi is loving it. Someone AI generate Kiwi as a McDonald's worker now. Is this a bannable offense? Should we ban her for this? Should we ban her, be honest? Working on it. Oh my goodness. La la. This is Botwe, yeah. Yeah, I'm Botwe. This is actually Botwe. La 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 la. Burger King is straight ass. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Generating right now. Oh my. Ungenerate. Kiwi, what's your go-to low-effort meal when you feel like shit? That's a good question. My go-to low-effort meal? Maybe a bowl of protein cereal? Low effort. See, that's a tough one. I kind of calculate all of my meals so that they don't take a lot of effort. For example, the meal that I just had, for me, I consider it to be a lot of effort. I had eggs with spinach and cheese on toast. And I actually have to like get out a pan and shit to make that. So I consider that high effort. But again, since I consider that high effort, most of my meals are pretty easy. I would say just like opening the fridge and eating ingredients straight. That's my go-to low-effort meal. Or a bowl of protein cereal. Or anything I can find. No need to AI generate that. Here, real job, she lies about being an- oh, what? Her real job is a McDonald's worker. She lies about being an accountant. Okay. Your go-to meal is protein kibble. Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. One day, I'm gonna get a bowl, like a doggy bowl to eat out of. Type shit. Huh? I almost didn't recognize you without the fake nose ring. A bowl of protein cereal. How sad you gotta be, bro? Why is that sad? You don't understand how much I hate regular cereal. It's actually disgusting. Who the fuck was that? She's bald now. Bro said, who the fuck is that? It's me, by the way. I just took off my nose ring. For those who don't know. La 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 la. What was I gonna say? What was I just talking about? Oh, protein cereal is good. See? I hate cereal so much. It's disgusting. Did you hear about the lawsuit? Oh my gosh. It was some massive cereal company suing some organization, some regulatory health organization, because that organization actually tried to put some guidelines, some rules down to limit the use of the word healthy in cereals. Because we're calling shit like Lucky Charms healthy. And the cereal company sued them for having the audacity to say like, yeah, it should have some basic nutrients, not a lot of sugar, and you need to meet these criteria in order to call it healthy. And then they sued. And they claimed free speech. Yeah, we should be able to lie to the customer. We should be able to just make shit up to the consumer and mislead them. Because it's free speech. What the fuck? I hate cereal. I hate cereal so much. You'll never catch me eating cereal unless it's the healthy shit. But then it tastes bad. But it's low effort. Did they lose? I don't know, Buggy. It was a Moist Critical video, so you've probably seen it. How would you define healthy? For cereal? It's not black and white. I would say Lucky Charms aren't healthy. The cereal might improve your health the same way I might win the lottery. It's true. I'm gonna sue the cereals that claim to have fiber and keep you regular for not making me poop enough. Oh, yeah, good luck, twin. Hi chat, hi Kiwi Draws, how are we all doing tonight? Hello, twin. I'm doing pretty good today. I went on a run, I went to the gym. I would say like a 8 out of 10. Lucky Charms is fire though, like, I'm not your mom. Lucky Charms are yummy, but they're just pure sugar. They're just You may as well eat cardboard and sprinkle some sugar on it. La 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 la. La 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 la. Kiwi, serious question, super serious. Do you have any advice for someone who can't spell anything but has to write forever? Can't spell? Why not? Why can't you spell? I'm unfamiliar with any mental disorders related to spelling. My mind immediately went to, what is it? Dysgraphia, but that's not the same thing. Kiwi, please jingle keys. Where am I? Oh, I have an octopus. Look at the octopus. Look, it's happy. Look, the octopus is happy. Good night, Allie. I actually do eat cardboard with sugar. It's straight gas. That's awesome, Pepper. La 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 la. As an American, I eat my Fruit Loops with beer in the morning. Oh, hell yeah. Dyslexia, girl. No, I'm talking about dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a large struggle with writing neatly, writing legibly, keeping it on the same line. I discovered what dysgraphia was a couple months ago, and since then I have helped like 3 people identify that they might have dysgraphia. Me and my boyfriend discovered that he has dysgraphia. I have that? You do? Really? It's dysgraphia. Oftentimes, it'll just look like messy writing, and you'll have people say, yeah, my writing just sucks. I'm never able to write good. Hello, Tuna Alert. How are you doing, twin? I might have that. Yeah, Abodi, I remember you saying you might have that. Dysgraphia looks like struggling to keep the letters on the line, like you might drift off. It looks like really messy handwriting. It looks like not being able to judge the space that you need in order to write a sentence. For example, you're writing, you think, yeah, I have enough room. But then it turns out, no, you don't, and you've reached the end of the page. So then you have to like start curling the letters down to fit them. Just really struggling with writing nicely. And to an uninformed person, it's just gonna look like super messy handwriting. New devlore. Hell yeah. Also, people, thank you for the follow, Tamara. Sino, do you get the reference? Sino, please tell me you get the reference. Ed's World reference. What was I saying? People with dysgraphia often report that it takes a lot of effort to write nicely. It takes a lot of conscious effort to write neatly, keep it on the line, write legibly. It takes effort. At least that's what I've heard from multiple accounts, including my boyfriend, and also what I saw in my limited research. You actually have to fail a dysgraphia test to become a doctor, by the way. True. You have to test positive for dysgraphia in order to become a doctor. I've been up all night coding, but I can finally catch a stream of yours. How'd the coding go, twin? Wow, that sounds very, very adulty, very, very smart. Tuna, how'd the coding go? What are you making, twin? I thought I was the only one that does a 90-degree turn when I reach the end of a line. Why would you do that, though? Why can't you just, like, start a new line? Goodbye, Emo Ducker! Goodbye! I spent a week saving the channel points for that, wow. How do other people have more channel points? Like, how does Retro have enough channel points to just be spamming dev esoteric? To finish the word? Oh, so with a singular word, you think it's gonna fit on the line, and then you discover that the singular word doesn't fit. Interesting. So first she's a lesbian, now she has a boyfriend / girlfriend / pet? Yes. La 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 la. Yeah, like I can write nicely, but it takes a shit ton of concentration. That does sound very similar to the symptoms of dysgraphia. La 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 la. Shit works now, so that's cool. Hell yeah, Tuna. I thought I was oh, I already read that. Because I'm awesome. 2 times is spam. Oh, cry. Well, like, to be fair, for other people, it takes a whole week to save up for it, and I feel like you're using dev esoteric all the time. Y'all left or right-handed, be honest. I am right-handed. I am very much right-handed. I also hold my pencil weird.
Hey everyone, please don't forget to eat lots of fiber.
Cheetos, thank you for the 10 florp twin. Hey, I'll keep that in mind. Shout out fiber. I'm right-handed. I get 1.2 times for having a sub, and I get like 450 points every streak reached. Oh, so when you're subscribed, you get more, and then when you have a streak, you get more. Oh. That explains why Retro and Buggy have so many. Yeah, the McDonald's jingle was better. What? You are 100% Matan Evans' twin. My favorite... Abodi, what does this say? Abodi, can you read that for me? La 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 la. Do 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 do. Right hand gang. Hell yeah. W fish emoji. Okay, lock in, guys. Wait, I've said this 2 times now. It's been 40 minutes. It's been 40 minutes and we haven't talked about anything psychological. If you eat a lot of fiber and it improves your vision, would that be considered fiber optics? Okay. Can I read what? It was in YouTube chat. Kiwi with long hair is just like penguinsy. It says crush. Release the kraken. Release the hair. ADHD go burr. Exactly. Kiwi the stream us tootle. Is title just chatting. Us tootle. What is Sahi Nina? Thank you for the follow, Say. Abodi, what is Sahi and then 9 and then what does that mean? We don't need to talk about a topic, just read chat and go on tangents. High key? High key, that's what we've been doing for 41 minutes now. You know, one thing that I can talk about is I've been doing a bit of a I wouldn't say a 180, but a shift in my content. How to say the world in Arabic. I've been doing a bit of a shift, and I'm making a lot more autistic content. It means lesbian. That's amazing. And I'm doing a lot more autistic content. And like cat girl, puppy girl adjacent content. And it's really fun. And I like it. Opinions on the hex code 00BA7C. No idea, twin. What color is that? La 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 la. La 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 la. Your hair looks awesome. Thank you, twin. I don't know what it means, TBH. Oh, it does mean lesbian? Okay. Are you Matan even? Are you him? Do you know him? He is your twin. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. It means crushing? Like that crushing? Clicker, please. That cat's shower cap is totally autistic. Retro, did you just ban someone on YouTube by accident? Oh my goodness. That's like a greenish blue. Actually a bluish green. What's the difference? It can mean crushing, that's why I was confused at first. What definition of crush? All of your content is for real autistic, by definition. I mean, if I'm autistic, and I make a video that showcases my personality, does that mean that the video is now autistic? I think it does. Do a geography quiz. I did that once in a video, and it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. What was it called? American Takes Geography Quiz? It was bad. Gay woman. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, that's my color right now. The color my nickname is in right now. Oh. I would give it like maybe a B or a C tier. Damn, you can move only one eyebrow. I can almost do both sides. This side's way easier. Can anyone else move one eyebrow at a time? Be honest. See, it's hard to raise this one. I have to like get my whole face engaged. La 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 la. Like crushing something like you are a hydraulic press. I'm their favorite crushing? Does that have a double meaning or something? La, 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 la. I love your hair. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate it, twin. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest. La, 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 la. She has a boyfriend, only if he is a femboy. Why are lesbian? Can you take more personality tests, like guessing your sexuality test? I love doing that. I love doing that. I can like shake my pupils. I used to be able to do that. I don't think I can anymore. Oh, I kinda can. I would do that all the time just for fun. I don't know if the camera captured that just now. A vid can be autistic? ? Yes, it can. It can when I am involved. Tier list all 256 to the third possible color. Okay, I'll get right on that. But yeah, Sweetie Pepper, you have no idea how much I love quizzes. You have no idea. Anytime I'm tired and I don't know what to film and I just want something that's gonna make me feel silly and whimsical, I film a quiz video. It's probably one of my favorite videos to make. There are some videos where I feel more proud of and I feel like I put more heart and soul into it and I'm a bit more passionate about it, but the quiz videos are just so whimsical and silly and fun and easy to do. No double meaning, I'm just stupid. You don't hear lesbian in Arabic a lot, so I forgot about it. Whoa. It can also mean lesbian. Have you taken a performative male test? I actually have, guessed. I actually have. I'm sure if you look up Kiwi performative male, it'll come up. Wait, Kiwi, please take a test to find out what My Little Pony you are. That'd be fire. I saw that once. See, the problem is, I've never watched My Little Pony. Ever. Ugliest color ever? See, I have problems with that because any color can be made to look pretty. You slacking on your Arabic lessons, though. Okay, that dude, Tim. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Okay, I gotta leave now. Bye, AI chat. Goodbye, boy. We're not AI. But yeah, bye. You guys are real viewers and not botted. Have you considered watching Spacetoon Arabic animes to learn Arabic? I don't watch anime. I don't watch anything, really. Anyone who pays attention to me will know that I don't like consuming content. Usually, the things that I consume... Hello, it's me, Una, alert, a real human. Hello, guys. It is me, Kiwi. I am a real human being. I am a streamer. My name is Kiwi Draws. That is because my name is Kiwi, and I draw. I am a real human. The LARP here is strong. Good news, my probably one-sided mesh is starting to talk to me again. What does that mean, Pinty? Also, hello, twin. Random video idea, trying Minecraft Bedrock as a Java player. Am I a Java player? Oh yeah, but like I was saying, I don't like consuming content. I don't like shows. The most I'll do is YouTube, and that usually just looks like watching the daily Moist Critical vid that drops. Also, The Amazing Digital Circus. I'll watch that one. I've never seen a cat be so calm in water and exert such dominance over a tub. He's traveling to the eastern lands to conquer them. Look at the confidence in that, what is it called, that Gant? Isn't that like a word for walk? Oh! My phone panels back here keep falling off. La 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 la. How do you feel about the word acoustic as autistic? I feel kind of neutral. It's kind of cringe, just like why? But I don't really care. I'm the opposite of AI. I use 0.1 sip of water per thought and they're all stupid. That's so base, I know. Hikey, me too. I don't drink enough water. Lies, you don't draw. I literally draw, by the way. You want to see something I drew? Do-do-do-do-do. Yes, I will take any excuse to shove my stickers down your throat for the billionth time. Check this shit out. You'll recognize this being, because it's a Twitch emote. This little goober. Look at her. Look at the silly. Is the Minecraft server still up? Yes, it is. Can you let Dev out of the basement so he can do tricks for us? One day. One day that's gonna happen, alright? Just be patient. One day it's gonna happen. Thank you for the follow, Nameless T. OMG, I found my cat sleeping next to a dead cockroach. W cat. Hi, Dev. Hello. Good morning, Dev. Oh my gosh, everybody say W Dev right now. Everybody? Say good morning to Dev right now. W Dev. Peanut gallery, get a lettuce bun. What? Wow! Wow, you said something about letting Dev out of the basement, and then he actually did come out of the basement. W Dev. I sleep Oh, he's so stupid. Okay, baby. Good night. I don't know what means, but you enjoy that sleep, okay? Good night, Pookie. Why did he say I sleep Kiwi room tour when, by the way? Typic He's so stupid. What do you... Oh. Room tour when? Probably not now because my room has stuff in it that would dox me. But like maybe when I move. I stabbed type. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You go to sleep, alright? You have a question about digital drawing? But if I ask here, I'll get banned. What could you possibly be asking about digital drawing that would get you banned? He said E. Aww. He said E. Dev. At Pinty, I'm gonna ban you. Oh, I can solve this. 8 squared plus 3? 8 times 8 is 64 plus 3 is 6... 7. Is this a bannable effect? Where are the mods when we need them? What was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. Somebody, bro. We need to bring back bingo or something. Like, take a shot every time I say, what was I saying? Except don't actually take a shot. Drinking is bad, kids. 6, 7. We need to bring back bingo, I just realized. Because I be saying the same shit. Innuendo. Ban pint tea. 6 plus 7 plus 6 times 7. Okay, so 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 42 is 55. She says innuendo every time. Drinking is bad. Okay, nerd. Okay. Take a shot every time she does air quotes. Take a shot every time I say, okay. What time now? I have 3:54 a.m. It is currently 7:58 p.m. for me. The sun is setting. Math has never made me cry harder. Math is high-key overhated. Unless it's college math, and then it deserves all the hate. But math up until college is overhated. We need Russian videos. Привет. Меня зовут Kiwi. Я хочу yeah, autism. Dev plus Kiwi squared. Alright. Dev plus Kiwi squared. What's the value of Dev and what's the value of Kiwi? La 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 la. Goodbye, John Egbert. Sleep well, twin. OMG, shut up already. Retro thinks he's immune to getting timed out. You don't disrespect me like that in my own chat. You think just because you're a mod you can talk to me like that? It's 0 because Kiwi is 0. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? The value of Dev and Kiwi is undefined. Then the answer is undefined. That I know. La 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 la. La 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 la. We talking about worst message ever? Hey. New topic. I'm gonna order pause. I want to get pause really badly. I'm so excited. John Egbert, is that you? Does anybody else have sensory issues? Autism in Arabic, Mongolian. Does anybody else get sensory issues when you wear gloves? Because I do, but I'm really hoping that I won't get sensory issues from wearing gloves. Kiwi in her furry era. Not quite. See, I would never go full fursuit because I run really hot. Do not share this. Oh, you're talking about what Mari said. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Thank you, Sino. Thank you, Twin. Sino, how is Skrunkle doing? Meow. Sensory processing disorder is very common with autism. Very true, Daniel. Very true. Extremely true. Also, what's interesting is that autistic people oftentimes have different sensory profiles. Vastly different. Baby, that's called autism. And my specific profile, for some reason, I'm very odd with clothes. I hate gloves. Gloves are the worst. I can never wear gloves. I can remember, you got the tism. Yes, I do, Minecrafter 6969696969. Even as a child, I remember having gloves on and ripping them off because I hated the feeling so much. Same, hell yeah. Type shit, Twin. I did okay with other clothes for the majority of my life. And recently I realized that it was actually pretty uncomfortable. So I started wearing just cotton t-shirts and my Young LA sweatpants every day. Shit, Twin. Oh, crap. He's laying on me. Oh, W Grunkly. God, yes, I have sensory issues, but not with gloves. Yeah, like, it's interesting how everybody has a different sensory profile. Minus Aura, bro said Twib. Oh, he's stupid. Also, another thing that I hate is jewelry. I can't wear jewelry. What's something that I can do in terms of sensory stuff? Water. A lot of people struggle with water. I love water. I love showering. Autism is a superpower if you use it wisely. That's actually a take that really bothers me. Autism is not a superpower. It's neutral. It's not good and it's not bad, it's neutral. But it's definitely not a superpower. I've said this before. Greetings, fellow mortal. Hello, Twin. How are you doing today on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being amazing, be honest? People say autism is a superpower and they're trying to be supportive, and I get it. Like, they have good intentions. But it's terribly untrue. It's not a superpower. And people that say that are often thinking that autism just means you're automatically a savant and you're extremely good at something. As someone with Asperger's, autism is nothing but a plague on the human mind. That's how I feel about it as well. Also, did you know that we don't use the term Asperger's anymore? Fun fact! Mouth noises make me irrationally angry. See, that's something that doesn't bother me. Except, it sometimes does in real life, but never like in ASMR and stuff. Baby, we all know you don't. You can stop lying. I don't what? I don't what? What do you mean, Dev? I hate touching cold and wet stuff. Me too. When I wash my hair and it's wet and it touches my back, I hate it. Grr. It's terrible. Misophonia more so than autism. It could be either one. Shower. We all know you don't shower. Okay. You don't shower, obviously. Oh my gosh. Isn't this like a slur? No. I don't think Aspie is a slur. There's bugs in your skin. I still do. Asperger's is the best description for what I deal with. I find the level system demeaning. The high-level autism, low-level autism? The more woke and modern scale that I use is support needs and masking. I am low to medium support needs, high masking. I would be labeled as high-functioning autistic or Asperger's, but I find that the two scales conjoined do a much better job of accurately encapsulating my experience than just high-functioning Asperger's. Not to mention that wasn't Asperger like a Nazi or something? I just say high-functioning and low-functioning, hence the spectrum, much easier. It is more succinct, is that a word? It is more concise, but it's less detailed. It also doesn't really... How do I word this? It doesn't capture the full picture with many people. You can be high masking, but also have pretty high support needs. And to an outsider, that's gonna look like you're high functioning. But that doesn't accurately capture what's actually going on. Because your support needs are still there. You still have these support needs that aren't being addressed because you mask so much. And it just looks like you're high functioning. That's why I don't like that scale. I feel like autism is both good and bad, but also I think pride is good. I agree, Pinty, I agree. I agree with being proud of your identity and not being ashamed in the slightest. I also agree that there's good and there's bad. I agree with that, Pinty. I don't think Gatsby is a slur. Yeah, I hope it's not because I just said it, lemonade. But as I can recall, I don't think it is. What does support needs mean? Amazing question, Abodi. Support needs? What support do you need? So an example of this can be, I'm gonna ask the person that I live with to cook meals for me because I struggle with cooking. I'm not saying I do this. I'm saying this is an example of a support need. I really struggle with cooking, so I'm gonna ask this person to make all my meals for me. Or I really struggle with, some autistic people struggle with cleaning themselves, like showering, washing their hair. So a support need could be, I'm gonna have this person that I live with that takes care of me wash my hair for me in the shower. Or an autistic person might struggle with driving. So I'm going to have someone else drive me, or I'm gonna use public transport, or I'm gonna bike, something like that. Support needs, they can include academic things, basically anything in your life that you are implementing to your needs for support. I'm talking about the actual support, but the need that they address is whatever that person struggles with. Does that make sense? Yo, educated people, did I do an okay job of explaining that? I am back and freshly showered. What did I miss? A lot of lollygagging, and now we're talking about autism. Support needs mean the lower functioning a person is, the more help they need because they struggle to do things in an independent way. Okay, let me actually read chat. Hello, Shrogyu. Hi, twin. Oh, shoot, I thought it was a seal. Oh, the cat? I would rather stay hungry than take something from the fridge, but I'm not diagnosed. I just LARP ADHD. I'm fine with the terms high functioning and low functioning, but I've been called ableist for those terms. I would say, because, like, I don't, my opinion is not universal law, so I'm not going to say that you must use the support needs and masking instead of high functioning, low functioning. I also don't think it's ableist, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm no professional. But again, I just think that the system that uses two scales is so much better. It's just better. It's just more accurate than saying high functioning, low functioning. The stream keeps cutting. What people often call being ableist is often just being realistic. Because you see, using the support needs and masking is more realistic than just saying high functioning, low functioning. Because I would be considered extremely high functioning because I mask a ton. Also, for the first 18 years of my life, I masked a ton. I worked super hard to make up for my deficits. Nobody knew I was autistic. That's how hard I masked. I went 19 years, and nobody even had an inkling of a suspicion. I had to get myself tested. I'm the one that thought, maybe I have autism. Nobody even knew. Hello, Racco. How are you doing, twin? That's how hard I masked. Nobody even had an inkling of a suspicion for my entire life. And even when I finally did discover, oh, I have this thing, it was because I did introspection and discovered it. So my point is, I would be called extremely high functioning, but that doesn't really capture the whole picture. There's more nuance. I'm low to medium support needs, especially during burnout that can fluctuate. Hello, Static Void. During burnout that can fluctuate, I've been medium support needs, but I'm high masking. So I really like that scale because it's more detailed, more accurate. Good question, Abodi, by the way. What does support needs mean? Hi, Ali the Aussie. Spangle Gangle, you're Sharky? Oh, hi, Sharky. How do I get rid of the possible ban evader? Can I not? There's like a little... How do we get rid of the possible ban evader? Spangle, it keeps saying you're evading a ban. I think there's some controversy, even within autistic people, about how to label autism and who belongs in the same group as who. That's interesting. I would say it's important to just be positive and supportive of our fellow autistic people. Strive for positivity rather than fighting each other, because that's so not going to help anyone. But yeah, I don't know enough about the controversy to speak on that. Very context dependent. I would agree, Sino. And it's a spectrum, so support needs are incredibly individual. Correct. Also, autistic people have this thing called a spiky profile. So a neurotypical person is going to have a more flat profile. Their ability to care for themselves, their ability to communicate, communication skills, academic skills, performing like in school, work skills, cooking for themselves, cleaning the house, all these different skills, a neurotypical person, their profile of skills is going to be more flat, consistent. An autistic person is going to have what's called a spiky profile, which means some things are really high, others are really low. Let me give you an example of this. I love using autistic savants as an example because it just so clearly illustrates this. Let's say somebody's a savant and they're a mathematical genius. It's like a human calculator. So their math skills, like intellectual, I guess, skills, are extremely high. But simultaneously, let's say that person's autistic and they struggle to take care of themselves. They struggle to shower or cook for themselves or travel, they don't like driving. So you have this extremely advanced skill in math, but an extremely underdeveloped, unskilled profile when it comes to taking care of themselves. You see what I'm trying to get at here? So autistic people tend to have more variation in their skill profile, whereas neurotypical people tend to be more consistent. Why did I say that? Oh yeah, because I was addressing what Lemonade said, where they said it's a spectrum, so support needs are incredibly individual. That is correct. If you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. I'm picking up what you're putting down, hell yeah. Hello, why haven't there been automatic stream pings? Because Carl is down. Wait, that's a good point. That's lame. So somebody go into the Discord and ping all the announcements role people. Wait, Dev said something, I need to get to it. But yeah, that's very correct. Support needs are very individual. Everyone is different. Even in two people that you would consider to have similar support needs, they could still look incredibly different just because of the nuance. How to ADHD is a great channel. True, I love that channel. Hello, Anna Malokaris. I'm doing good, how are you, Kiwi? I'm doing wonderful, Racco. I went 43, diagnosed at 15, but none in my personal life knew. Damn! Basically, oh wait. What's the difference between high functioning and low functioning? Amount of support needs, ability to communicate. Societal acclimation level. As far as I know, high functioning and low functioning are closely intertwined with capitalism, and they're closely adjacent to how much you can contribute to a capitalist society. That's another reason why more and more people nowadays are rejecting that method of measurement. We all love Sharky. Neurologist. Are you calling me a neurologist, or are you just stimming by saying a random word, Dev? What type of support do people with autism typically need? Again, Ali, it can vary so much from person to person. Hello, Dev. That's why I said high functioning isn't real, because everyone struggles at different levels for different things. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I love that trope in fiction. Sheldon Cooper is my favorite autistic savant. See, I hate that. I mean, it's funny. I've seen The Big Bang Theory like 3 times, but the way that they portray autism is so irritating. They don't even acknowledge it. Sorry, I keep sniffing. They could have used that to educate people on autism, but instead they just do this comically outlandish depiction of autism, furthering this stereotype that all autistic people are savants and rude all the time, but seemingly without knowing. Again, like, for those who haven't seen The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon has, like, no social awareness. He's regularly rude to those that he's friends with. He's also a literal genius. And it's... Man. Like, I'm not a big fan of how they portray it. And again, they don't even acknowledge The Big Bang Theory is offensive to actual nerds/geeks. They don't even acknowledge that Sheldon is autistic. So it's like a bad depiction of it, and you're not even raising awareness. Okay. La la la. The owner of this account is currently in a fugue state. Go back to bed, baby. Go back to bed. Let my beautiful voice lure you into a deep slumber. Yes, there is a person who can read 2 books, but he can't wear his clothes. That makes sense. That's an example of a spiky profile. Aspect is setting up a subdomain so Botwe can do pings. Bro, Aspect is such a goat. Can you tell Aspect that he's goated, please? Like, holy moly. Yes, there's a person who can read 2 books at the same time with 1 eye for each page, but he can't wear his clothes. That's insane. 2 books at the same time? Oh! I wish I had someone to help interpret social cues for me. You know what's interesting? What I've done my entire... Ali, don't apologize. Questions are good. We celebrate questions. There's no such thing as a bad question, unless it's tossed. What was I gonna say? Sweetie Pepper, that's such a good point. What was I gonna say? My entire life, I have figured out socialization as an algorithm. I have figured out logic to use in conversation. I think so hard. Hello, Bandit. How was the party, twin? I think so hard about what to say, and that's part of the reason why I was able to go undiagnosed for so long and unrecognized. Because I treat socialization like a game, like a problem to be solved. And I'm constantly monitoring everybody's behavior. I'm constantly trying to come up with potential paths in the conversation, trying to time my response. Like, I'm working hard. Going to a party is more tiring for my brain than going on a 5-mile run. If I go to a party during the day, that night I sleep so well. I kid you not. Socializing is one of the hardest things. Why did I say this? Oh, because you said I wish I had someone to help interpret social cues. Yeah. But unmasking feels so good. It feels so good. I'm tired of faking my personality. That's why I'm really happy with this community, this little epic community that we have going on here. Also, my boyfriend is so lovely. Shout out Dev. I can unmask around him, and I can truly be myself, and it just feels amazing. The Big Bang Theory is offensive to actual, how is it like living with ADHD? Don't some of the symptoms go against each other? Yes. And it's very weird, Ali. I'll give you an example. I'm really passionate about drawing and about, right now I'm hyper-focused on medieval aesthetic, you know, golden brown type vibe. So I'm hyper-fixated on it, and a lot of the time I'm thinking about it. But at the same time, I struggle to sit down and start drawing. I'm working on this drawing right now. It's based on the medieval aesthetic. I love drawing. So I hypothetically should be very interested in starting this, right? But I struggle to just sit down and take out my pen and start drawing. That's one example of me having this weird conflict between my autism and ADHD. I have this very strong interest. I want to do this thing, but I can't even force myself to sit down and do it. It's so hard. Again, everyone is different. That's one example of me. Also, every day is really energy consuming. I found that I perform a lot well in life when I set a structure. So every day I get up, I have breakfast, and then I go to the gym or I exercise. I don't give myself a choice. I never start my day with a block of free time where I just choose what to do. I have to go out and exercise immediately. And it makes me feel really good. Exercise is wonderful for your mental health. And it also makes sure that I'm keeping my health in check. I don't have a choice. I always exercise. And because my autistic brain loves schedules and having a routine every day, it works. Kiwi is my little cousin. It also helps with getting energy out because I have combined type ADHD. There's hyperactive and there's inattentive type ADHD. And then there's combined. I have combined. Exercise helps to get the energy out, so I'm not restless. Kiwi is my little cousin, high support or medium support. He isn't nonverbal and like constantly wants to help, and he's involved in social, but he needs help bathing, using the toilet, getting dressed, etc. He's 7. Kasane Teto, I am no professional and I'm not qualified to determine. I also am, I largely focus on my own experience, and I'm not as informed when it comes to high support needs autistic people. So I am really not qualified to speak on that. So I'm not sure. Sorry I couldn't answer your question, twin. Ali, never apologize for asking questions. A lot of people— sorry I'm so behind on chat, by the way. Don't worry, I'm coming. A lot of people have a problem with Big Bang Theory's depiction of autism. Also, there's a lot of transphobic jokes. And sexism. There's so much sexism. There's one episode where— not Amy. Oh my gosh, what's her name? Bro, Penny! Penny literally gets, like, SA'd by Howard? But then the episode frames her like the bad guy for getting upset about it. And then it ends with her apologizing to him because she chewed him out for doing that. And then it ends with her apologizing. Like, what? Why are we justifying SA? It's just really sexist. Bro, you know what sucks? When you're talking to someone and someone thinks you're rude just because you missed a social cue. E.g. if they say, hey, I'm a bit tired, talk to me tomorrow, and they get pissed. Yeah, that's another problem that I have with socializing. It's really hard to not be misinterpreted. That's why openness is key. Hello, Jasmine. Sorry I'm taking so long to read. The party was cool, that's good to hear, Bandit. I think it's dependent. There are autistic people who enjoy their life as is. Yeah. You can always benefit from learning about your autism if you have it. You can always benefit from learning about your autism and learning how to further support it. You know, there may be certain needs that aren't quite being met and you could just slightly improve your life. Can someone be high masking high support needs? How does that work? That's a really good question, Abodi. I don't know. Usually high support needs is like nonverbal, needs a full-time caretaker, from what I understand. So I would guess no. I would guess no, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Also, it gets even more nuanced because you can be high support needs in one area and low support needs in another. For example, me, I would say I'm medium support needs in terms of adulting, taxes, jobs, cleaning the house, adulting stuff, I'm like medium. But communication, I'm low support needs. Like, I can get the job done. It's spiky, so that adds more nuance to the question of can someone be high masking high support needs? But my answer, TLDR, I have no idea. Yes, I'm hyperfixated on rewriting Doctor Who, but I can't open the space that I've made to place my writing to the ideas that I literally have laid out in my brain. That's so real. Like, you're super passionate about something, but you can't even start it. La 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 la. Still doesn't make it right to risk burdening a child when it can be avoided entirely. Slack, are you saying that autistic people shouldn't have kids? Wait, what? Alright, my stance on that. That's a terrible take. Like I said before, autism is not a superpower, and it's also not a terrible curse, it's just neutral. It's just neutral, it's just a disability. But you can live a happy life with autism. And saying that autistic people shouldn't have kids, that sounds like... Isn't there like a really bad term? Isn't that like really bad? Selective breeding to get out the autism, isn't that like terrible? Yeah, it sounds like eugenics. I could be wrong, but that sounds like eugenics. Them not knowing why they're having trouble is bad too, though. Yeah, I'm confused. Maybe I misinterpreted. I would say I'd be happy enough in life just staying home, neat maxing, and watching bread and circuses if I had to, but I have the mild autism, I think. Howard is the worst character in fiction. Oh. La 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 la. It's not depression, it's having such an advanced knowledge and understanding of the defect that it's clear a lot of my difficulties wouldn't be there if I could disable the autism. What are we talking about? Did I misinterpret that? I just hope one day we'll be able to detect the autism gene in the womb, like we can with things like Down syndrome, so parents can make the ethical choice. See, I once heard this take from this autistic creator that I watched that I agreed with fully, which was, if you don't, can we ban this chud? If you don't want autistic kids, don't have kids. By having kids, by procreating and going through with the pregnancy, saying, hell yeah, I want a baby, you are agreeing to take care of a disabled child because you never know if that kid's gonna come out disabled. You don't know. You are agreeing to having a disabled kid. Nobody is guaranteeing you a neurotypical child. So by having a kid, you're taking that risk. And if the child comes out and they're disabled, it's your responsibility to take care of that kid. Now, nobody's forcing you to. You could just not have children. But to say whatever the hell is going on in that message. No, I do not think we should. This is just so mind-blowing. Burdening a child. Like, brother, you can have a happy life. Even with high support needs autism, you can have a happy life. I have low support needs autism, and I can confirm my life is very happy. Disease when talking about autism is crazy. Wait, really? It's not depression. Oh, I already. Blah, 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 blah. Level 1 ASD, which is what I was diagnosed as, at least to me seems a lot harder in a lot of ways, like getting support. People look at someone like me and say, you look fine to me. Yeah, that is a very real struggle, Jasmine. I have that too, where nobody thinks I'm autistic, and it's really hard to get support. But I also would never compare myself to another autistic person. We all have different struggles. This is one struggle. But simultaneously, I'm also grateful that I am very good in certain areas, and I don't struggle with certain things that other people do. I'm very grateful that I'm able to handle those things on my own, because I know some people don't have that blessing. Eugenics is the word. Knowing you're autistic and that it's hereditary and still deciding to have a child is so incredibly selfish. I can't even think of any words, and it could possibly come close to describing the immense level of selfishness. Selfish? Wait, is this rage bait or... Is this rage bait or is this mental illness? Which one is it? Not everyone is so uncomfortable with their neurodivergence. She handled that gracefully. Me? Thank you. Your content is attracting ableists now. What the fuck, bro? That's so messed up. We deserve to live. In fact, so many huge advances in human society and sciences have been from people on the spectrum. Did you know that, wasn't it like Nikola Tesla had some fucking weird ass meal routine where he would have like a unseasoned duck with celery every single day or something? Like super specific, and you'd eat alone and you'd have like 50,000 pieces of silverware and you'd sort them or something? No, like 50,000 napkins. Somebody please tell me you know what I'm talking about. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about. Some of the biggest advancements in human history are because of autistic people. If you don't want an autistic child, you can adopt a child without autism. That's very true. That's very true. It's good that you are very happy, Kiwi. Thank you, Rocco. I appreciate it, twin. As an autistic, I don't think autistic people make very good parents. It is very ignorant and harmful to make an assumption about all autistic people based on your own experience, Slack. There are many, many autistic people that enjoy their life, including me, including even high support needs autistic individuals, or what you would refer to as low functioning. It is absolutely possible to live a good and fulfilling life, and that should not be, someone should not be robbed of their right to live just because they're disabled. Again, it is so possible to live a happy life, even having autism. So possible. Also, autistic people can make good parents. It's possible for them to be bad parents. It's also possible for neurotypical people to be bad parents. Again, it just depends. It always depends. I don't think I would make a good parent. And also, I just don't want kids. But I would not have kids even if I wanted them because I don't think I'd be a good parent. That being said, it is absolutely possible for an autistic person to be a good parent. Again, it's case by case. Very dependent on the situation. Kiwi is our father. Slack, you remind me of my grandpa's caretaker that got fired who said, "Can you believe people are born autistic?" They said the R slur. I would self-destruct. They are very aggressive in their wording, censoring for chat. If the ethical choice is to not have kids with autism, then more than half of the stream, the Discord, including me, would not be here. That's so true. Also, like, more than half of the developments, the technological developments in human history. Yeah, projection much. That's what I'm saying. And it's also not selfish to have disabled children and be happy with having kids. It's not a burden on the kid if you actually raise the kid. Yeah, like, raising a disabled kid, it's hard. Like, credit to the parents. It does take more effort. Absolute credit to the parents. But again, hello Pepper. Pepper2, Pepper V54. By having kids, you're agreeing to have disabled kids. And if you don't want a disabled kid, you can adopt one that's not disabled, or you can just not have kids. But I believe that autistic people deserve to live. Yeah, Nikola Tesla likely had autism or OCD. I think it's autism. Based on the evidence, I think it's autism. I sense internalized ableism and a hint of self-resentment. Not to armchair psychologist this shit, but I would agree, Bandit. He wouldn't have been Tesla if he didn't have autism. Yeah, bro, wait, what? Wait. Imagine how much better and more advanced Tesla would have been had he not had autism holding him back. Brother, do you know what an autistic savant is? If he didn't have autism, he wouldn't have had those discoveries. This has got to be rage bait. Or is this just like malicious ignorance? Because that's just factually untrue. He invented AC electricity, I'm crying. Autism is not purely a hindrance, though. Very true, Anamalocaris, especially when— Wait, Casanetero, it's entertaining, hold up. We can milk this for content. Especially, a savant has very identifiable benefits. You know, like I said, autism isn't bad, it's not good, it's neutral. There are good and bad things of autism. Savants, autistic savants, it's very easy to identify one of the good things. And in Nikola Tesla's case, it's his absolute genius mind. And that's because he's a savant. And if he wasn't an autistic savant, we wouldn't have had these developments. Nah. I don't think it's separable. I genuinely think it can be a superpower. Controversial take. Pinty, I see what you're getting at. Like I said, when you're a savant and you have this incredible skill, that's awesome. That's a good thing. But again, it comes with downsides. It's neutral. Imagine what other gifts he could have given to us. How do you not had to deal with autism as well? Had he not had to deal with autism? People's life experiences directly influence their life choices. For all we know, he would have not made the discoveries had he thought differently. Shino, I'm in that boat. I believe that Nikola Tesla would not have made the discoveries that he did if he wasn't a savant. We're all human at the end of the day, and we all have the potential for both good and evil. True. Also, many of the issues that people on the spectrum face is not with themselves, but rather the way the world is built around neurotypicals. That is so true, Jasmine. That's another really good point. I once read this thing about how in this one ancient society, there were individuals that were documented to spend most of their time, what was it, like, in the fields with animals, and they had a name for every single animal, and they were extremely knowledgeable, and people respected them, but they rarely interacted with the rest of the civilization, and they mostly kept to themselves, but they were respected, and they lived a decent life. That's autism, bro, that's autism. And again, because the structure of the society was different, the autism appears different. In a capitalist society, autism sucks. You're not built to work a 9 to 5, and yet you're expected to, or you're going to be poor and not be able to afford to eat. My father is autistic and he's a great parent. I can say the same. If he had no autism, he would have been in the workforce and probably have not invented anything. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'd recommend talking to a therapist about this if you can afford it. Yeah. Human eugenics, like Iceland, has proven works amazing for generations. Wild ass take. Yep, Sino. Couldn't have said it better myself. This has to be rage bait! Wait, people like this walk amongst us on the street. People like this can vote. Would he have been as intelligent as he was without autism? I would say probably not. Again, Nikola Tesla was an autistic savant. Take away the autism, not a savant, probably wouldn't have made the same discoveries. That's my game theory. In Australia, boys are 2 to 4 times more likely to have ADHD compared to girls. That is untrue. They're 2 to 4 times more likely to get diagnosed. And that is because of an imbalance in research regarding ADHD. Oftentimes research is done on men, and for that reason, women struggle a lot more to get diagnosed. There's many other issues, but ADHD does not have a gender. Everybody is equally likely to have ADHD. The problem is in the diagnosing. Men are more likely to be properly diagnosed. Someone say ADHD? Let me actually read chat. I'm so behind. Can we get a Meowgenic stream? Oh, I've seen that game. I'm gonna ban you, Ali? Is that all or Ali? I can't read. I can understand avoiding having kids if you have a genetic physical disability you don't want your potential kid to have, but I personally don't think autism or neurodivergence are a reason for this. Offering the parents a choice to have their child screened up to the 22nd week for every possible disease and defect, laying out all the facts, and then offering the parents another choice to continue the pregnancy or not. Humane eugenics. Society benefits from a sprinkle of folks that think differently. Moth, that's exactly what I'm saying. W Moth, couldn't have said it better myself. Can I, am I a savant? Oh, my baby woke up from his non-slumber. Oh, hi, Dev. Dev, I don't know if you're a savant. I know you're a genius. It may not be malicious. A lot of people who have been shamed, in life carry that and let it shape their beliefs. Very true, Sino. Sino, I need to be more loving and open-minded like you. A lot of the greatest minds of history have been autistic. True. True. Like, honestly, it's surprising more of the world's greatest scientists aren't autistic. Yeah. La la. Ancient. Oh my gosh. Yes, Dev. Yes, I say ancient. I'm never gonna reverse my ways. There are probably more autistic people than diagnosed. Yeah, agreed. Do you guys realize there are a lot of neurotypical people that struggle intellectually? Like, how do you get a neurotypical person to dedicate their whole life to something like DC electric systems? Yeah, like, how does that even work? Would they do it with the same passion, with the same fire in their hearts? I don't think so. Temple Grandin, Alan Turing are a couple more people on the spectrum who have made massive breakthroughs that benefited humanity hugely. True. True. Neurodivergence is only a disability because of capitalism. That's a take that I can get on board with. I don't know enough to fully agree with it, but I'm picking up what you're putting down, Juniper. We might not even have computers right now if it weren't for autism. I believe you, bro. I believe you. Hello, Thunder Dude. Did someone say ADHD? I'm so behind on chat. You're also the first person I've explained those laws to in years that has seen it as a parental choice and not eugenics. Oh, you're talking to Retro. Oh. Autism just makes people better at numbers and patterns. Not necessarily, but sometimes, Bandit. Ban. Making informed choices is always a good thing, as long as it remains a choice. True. Neurodivergent is a lazy slur. This has to be rage bait. This has to be. There's no way. There's no way. Just picking the worst take to have at every moment. This is impossible. Humane eugenics. I'm crying. This has to be rage bait. I don't know if this is news, but neurodivergent is not a slur. It's actually here in Tunisia, if you tell someone that you have autism, they think you can't tie your shoes anymore. Okay. Okay, Deb. Yeah, a lot of countries are undereducated when it comes to autism. Oh, good lord. It's so fucking hot in my room, and anytime I laugh, I just turn bright red. Umbrella terms are lazy and dangerous. So, like, high functioning? Because that's an umbrella term. Would you consider that lazy and dangerous? High functioning, low functioning? Blah, blah, blah. Sociopathy is also an outdated term, by the way. Have fun with your Yuri, Casanetero. People get affected by autism worse than others, also get stuck in loops of resentment. True, similar to incels, very true. Wow, this is like an autistic incel. Can I ban this person? Hold on, we can milk this a little bit more, it's super entertaining. Wait guys, my Haj is typing. Okay, this truly is Sharky. This truly is Sharky. La la la. So if it's in a game, Savant put all their skill points in one skill and forgot about the other skills. That's a really good way of thinking about it, Abodi. That's such a good way of thinking about it. Imagine you're in like D&D or something. I don't know how D&D works. You're in some video game and you have skill points to distribute amongst all of the different skills. A neurotypical person is gonna generally divide the skill points evenly, whereas an autistic person might... What? What happened? The Q slur? What? But autistic people are more likely to have more points asymmetrically gathered in certain skills. And then other skills are going to be lacking in points. That's a really good way to put it, Bodhi. I'd much rather you use the term homosexuals than the hateful Q slur. This has to be rage bait. There's no way somebody has all of these takes simultaneously. Oh, so cute, she's red. Aww. Queenslander! Oh my gosh. D&D do not disturb. Alright, baby. Alright. Queer is not a slur anymore? Queer isn't a slur. Yeah, I didn't think it was a slur. From what I've seen, it's just a term that LGBTQ people use to describe themselves. I think the take on neurodivergency as a slur might come from the idea that neurodivergent people are just as different and diverse as neurotypical people, and they're only separated because neurotypicals are just more capable of mixing in with the set standard. See, that raises a question of, is it offensive to point out a difference? I've seen this before, again. This is my opinion. But I think labeling a difference, in this case, is good. Ignoring your autism and pretending you're the exact same as all the other neurotypical people in society is going to cause you to have needs that aren't properly addressed. Again, this is just my opinion. But I think that labeling it and identifying it and paying attention to it and studying it is much better than just being ignorant to it and ignoring it. Does that make sense? Yes, I am different than the average neurotypical person. And that doesn't offend me. I want to know my differences so that I can know how to properly address them, so that I can live the best life possible. If I was just LARPing as a neurotypical, pretending I'm the same as everyone else, I would be going down the route of working a 9 to 5. I would be judging myself, thinking, oh my gosh, why am I so stupid? Why am I failing all my classes? Why can't I perform as well as these other people? Because I'm supposed to be just like them. I'm not different. That would be offensive to label. I'm not saying it would be. I'm just illustrating why I believe that labeling a disability and addressing it is not offensive, it's helpful. My opinion. Blah, 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 blah. It seems like you're very confident in much older psychological studies. Sino. That's a good point, Sino. Also, that makes a lot of sense, because older psychological studies, especially in the field of autism and ADHD, are terrible. They're just terrible. I mean, it's a word, right? There's something in common between them, which is why they're different than the norm. Yeah, I don't see why the term neurodivergent would be offensive. You are divergent from the typical neuro. You are neurodivergent. And me being neurodivergent, I want to know that. I want to know how I'm neurodivergent. I want to know that I am neurodivergent so that I know how to address it, like I said. Hello, twin, welcome back. Queer was a slur. That, I do recall hearing that. I always like typing gay and seeing Twitch chat freak out. My dogs are out. That's good, Dev, that's good. It has been reclaimed. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Every fucking day. Every day in middle school it was smear the queer. Every fucking day. Are you saying they said that to you? Okay, so this is definitely self-hatred, repressed trauma, I'm guessing. Resentment. This definitely looks like a bad experience in childhood that has shaped some extremely questionable and harmful beliefs. It all makes sense now. Queer is as much of a slur as gay, TBH. Get therapy, please. This. Queer is only associated with the LGBT community because the original definition is strange or odd and it was used to other us. Okay, so it is deep-rooted trauma, okay. By referring to us as strange or odd, I don't go along with that. I find it extremely offensive, yeah. Queer and neurodiverse are similar umbrella words. I thought the same thing, Pinty. I kind of consider them to be adjacent in my brain. they're both just very broad terms to refer to the group of people as a collective. And again, I don't see how that could be offensive. I asked someone if she was queer a while ago, and she said she was like, wait, I thought that was a slur. Yeah, see, I'm still a bit even though I literally am queer, but I'm still sometimes hesitant to use the word because I do hear people saying like, oh, that's not good to say. But the general consensus is that it's fine. And I see it used all the time. So hopefully it's not bad. I know 2 guys with autism in their life is hard. They get psychosis attacks and schizophrenia-like symptoms. Psychosis? Psychosis. Does autism cause psychosis? I don't recall that. Maybe that's a what's it called? Co-something? Where you have 2 different disorders simultaneously? Because, pardon me if I'm incorrect, but I don't recall psychosis being involved in the symptoms of autism at all. I don't get how that can exist on a spectrum and how someone can claim that they're the same because they're socially awkward. That gap can feel absurd, even insulting. Thunder Dude, I think it's always unproductive to compare oneself in the realm of disability. I think it's just stupid and unproductive to be like, well, my autistic experience is harder than yours. So, like, comparing, in my opinion, is just never good. We should all be supporting each other. Not labeling or acknowledging a difference erases the challenges neurodivergent people face. Well said, Castanetedo. Well said. Slack is wokely conservative. I think that when someone has trauma like Slack, people around them shouldn't use that word. At the same time, that person takes responsibility to distance themselves from communities where that word is accepted instead of trying to police language. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Tuna Alert. I consider it rather foolish to come into my gay community and get offended by the word queer. Because I challenge you to find more than 2 people in this chat that aren't LGBTQ in some way. I challenge you. Hell, even 1 person. Find 1 person, I dare you. Hello, Mist. Oh my gosh, I really have to get my noties figured out. The Carl automatic announcement thingy isn't working. Okay, we got 1. We got 1. We got 2. We got 2 non-LGBTQ people. Mist, how are you doing, Twin? Someone remind me to start doing the announcements myself. Fucking neuro, I'm crying. Wait, what happened? What happened? What do you mean fucking neuro? The power of reclaiming like a slur, using neuro as a slur? What? Thank you for the follow, Moth. I appreciate it, Twin. Again, just say the word. I'm hovering over the ban button right now. Okay, that's a good idea, Retro, but I'm gonna put it off just a little bit longer because it's been sparking some very insightful conversation that I enjoy. Thank you, Abodi, for unfollowing me and refollowing. Again, the takes are horrible and harmful, but it causes a discussion that's good in this stream. Retro. Does that make sense? I'll probably ban once stream is over. I don't think it's offensive or a slur, I'm just trying to understand where this person is coming from. That's very thoughtful of you, Twin. Damn you smart, Twin. Thank you, Raven. Oh, I need to read faster. Yet when you see obvious straight people claiming the term so they can just feel special and like it belong to the cool trendy thing, the word loses and you look dumb for using it. Autism is a spectrum, every autistic person is different. Very true, Ismail. Just say lesbian, gay, or bi, what more do you need? What if I have a collection of people that are lesbian, gay, and bi, and trans, and ace, and demi? Like, the possibilities are endless. The Q is queer? Oh, you're right, the Q is queer. So wait, by that standard, if Q is a bad word, you shouldn't say LGBTQ either. Because the Q is queer. Queer is blatant hate speech. I don't know why I'm engaging with this to such a high degree. Again, we've already determined that it's deep-rooted trauma. Having psychosis would fall under neurodivergence though, yeah? I believe so, Frogs. I think so. I don't recall it being involved with autism at all. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I would think it's neurodivergent. But now it means absolutely nothing. Okay, good. The slur isn't a slur anymore? Language evolves over time, and since we're all younger, we have not become attached to these ideas because they are not proliferated anymore. Well said, Sino. Also, I saw a, somebody tell me the name of that YouTuber that does the language videos, the etymologist nerd, is that him? And he made a video about how words for disabled people keep getting introduced and then they become offensive and then a new one gets introduced. And would that also apply to LGBTQ people? Like, idiot was once used to refer to intellectually disabled people. But then because people kept using it as an insult, it just lost that meaning. And now idiot isn't even considered offensive. It's just like, well, it is, but it's not like a slur. It's just mean. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm LARPing and I'm trying to pull from memories that are from like weeks ago. Sounds like you have a lot of self-hate to me. I would agree, Jasmine. I would agree. I'm not LGBTQ. Whoa, a shiny Pokemon. I know older people who are okay with the term queer because they know the term is not used the same. I'm reading. It's just LGB. Oh? Wait. Sending donos if a good combo is happening. What are we talking about? We're talking about autism, neurodivergence in general, LGBTQ. There's somebody in chat that's kind of rage baiting. They just have really outdated thinking that is fueled by self-hatred, and it's super entertaining. Wait, can we get this guy out of here? Hold on, I'm reading. Are you getting Dev a collar for his birthday? Yes. Me when someone's low-key breaking the rules, but it's giving me content. Okay, I'll read quickly. I'm reading. This might get you banned a lot sooner. They don't have anything to do with each other. They have different societal needs. A lot of what the T's want infringe on LGBT rights. Hey, I think they're gonna ban you. Yeah, you're right. What does wanting to F the same sex have to do with wanting to become the opposite sex? See, this is so entertaining. It's like watching a car crash. I can't look away. I'd say the same thing is happening with the R word. That's what the video was about, Ali. That's what the video was about. It was mentioning the R word. It's unfortunate for Slack, and I do have sympathy for their past experiences, but also this is funny and sparks great conversation. Exactly, Juniper. Also, you're so thoughtful. I appreciate a lot of you being so thoughtful about it. I love that you guys aren't just like jumping on the hate train. What a kind community, and I mean that seriously. Bro is edging the ban. I'm catching up, I'm almost there. I say we make it the GLF again, Gay Liberation Front. Ancient take, bro. Whoa, this is like a time capsule. It's like the word woke. Any insult overuse is eventually meaningless, yeah. Would you identify with the word TERF, perhaps? Wait, I didn't get a notification that you were streaming. Gosh, okay. I know Carl isn't working for some reason. I'm gonna start using the bot that Retro made to do announcements. I'm sorry. So many people have been late to stream because it didn't announce it. How has he not been banned yet? Because it's really funny. It's really funny. I want content. It's introducing such good topics. Trans people have always been involved in the fight for equal rights for sexual/gender diverse people. There's no LGB without the T. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Mops. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Kiwi clip farming right now. I don't even make clips out of this, though. I just think it sparks a really good discussion. I hope that no one's being harmed by their words. I just think it sparks a really nice discussion. And we also, all of us except for Slack, agree that those are very harmful things to say, so. Sino deleted Ali's message. What? Kiwi, you should make segments from stream. I didn't mean to pin that. It's okay. There is a VOD on YouTube. I should make segments from stream. You know, the problem is I'm lazy. It's good to have important conversations with people you disagree with. That's very true, Bandit. I will always say this, and I try my best to practice what I preach, but I hate echo chambers. I hate echo chambers. I hate communities that never deviate. They never expose themselves to an opposing opinion. It always has to be just having your meat ridden. Having to hear the exact same takes to make you feel better. Nobody can ever disagree with you. You just want to hear your own opinion recited back to you. I think that is the worst for growth and for open-mindedness. No, I mean, there shouldn't be a VOD, maybe. Why? Brother, this isn't toss. Notice how they stopped responding when I said it exposed the rage bait? Where did you say that? This has gotta be bait, you just revealed yourself. No, they might have just left. Oh, nope, they didn't. But yeah, I don't think it's rage bait again. I think it's just deep-rooted self-hatred and really problematic thinking that came from a very unfortunate upbringing. Holy, conversations are how we evolve and learn from each other. Exactly, Mist. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Holy W take from the streamer. Thank you, Mist. I appreciate it, Twin. Kiwi, you have a group of slaves, mods to do your work so you can be lazy. My mods don't clip stuff for me. I wouldn't expect that of them. They are completely unpaid. If I want to clip something, I'll do it myself. Okay, you are just ignoring history. I don't mind being an editor, but I gotta learn my software for real. Are there people out there that would clip me for me? That would be amazing, bro. You know what would make me so happy? If people would just start posting clips of me. You don't gotta give it to me. You don't gotta do anything. You can take all the credit. But if people just clipped me and posted it on their own account, that'd be so amazing. Because I always think like, gosh, I haven't done enough clipping. I never clip any of my streams. I always do a stream. It's enjoyed for those 2 hours, and then boom, it's lost forever. Okay, that's all you had to say? Really, Castanetano? We need a Kiwi Clips fan channel? Fan channel? See, because we have a Kiwi Clips channel. It's Kiwi Extras. But we don't have a fan channel. That'd be kind of fire. Again, if you ever make anything related to me, an edit like Ali did, a clip, anything, tag me and I'll glaze it, okay? I'm gonna clip you, but add the steak logo in the corner. Oh my. I'm gonna add the Grok AI logo in the corner. Oh my goodness. I have so much, but I didn't want to steal your content. Really? No, absolutely, Castanetero. Feel free to post that shit, and then tag me. Is it like on TikTok? Tag me so that I can glaze it. Hell yeah. You know, ever since I was a wee lad, ever since I was a little baby streamer, I've always dreamed about people clipping me and then posting it. Like, using their own free will. And not just me making deals with people, where I'll give them something in return for clipping. Clip channels arise. See, that would be so joyful, so delightful. I'm gonna add Subway Surfers and Family Guy. It's perfect. It's just what the Kiwiverse would have wanted. I low-key don't know what you talk about most of the time. I just use you as background noise when I play games. I mean, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm on vacation, but when I'm back to my... Posture check. When I'm back to my computer, I'll make a channel for it. That's so exciting! That's so exciting! I shall be back after a quick shower. Goodbye, Twin. What up, gamers? Discovered the stream off the recommended tab. What we got going on? Hello, Sasuke fanboy. We just had an extremely entertaining conversation with... How do you describe that person? Ableist? Transphobic? Maybe? A lot of problematic things. So that sparked a very entertaining and insightful conversation. Oh, I've used Linux exclusively for 20 years. Alright. Self-hating, yeah, exactly. Did I miss Bigot Exodia? You missed Ancient. Sasuke fanboy, you missed some crazy take. Yeah, some eugenic takes. Saying that autistic people who have kids knowingly, knowing they're autistic, knowing their kid might have autism, are incredibly selfish. That was one of the takes. So, pretty fire stuff. Pretty fire stuff. Didn't miss TBH, Slack is still here. Yeah, that's true. I'd say we could ban now. Yeah, Retro. Retro, go have your fun. Or Sino, or Dev. Anyone who wants it. I'm the most transphobic of them all. I dislike trans people for being too cool. I like how that got held. Instant! I can't believe Slack untransitioned me by taking the T out of LGBTQ. Within mere seconds, bro, Retro had his hand hovering over that red button. He was so ready. Oh my gosh. That must have been a speed run. That had to be the fastest ban ever. I said okay and it was like 3 seconds and he was gone. Retro wants to ban me too. You're so gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you, Dev. You're gorgeous. Like throwing candy in a classroom of first graders. That's what I thought as well. That's what I thought of. Do you have any tips for ADHD time management? Yes, I do, feral animals. Yes, I do. So again, this is what works for me, and all People with ADHD are different. Each person's experience is different. But what works for me, bye Hallie. What works for me is I often schedule my day. Now, I do have ADHD, so I don't make it a strict schedule. It does not look like I wake up at noon, I go to the gym at 1. It does not look like that. But I loosely schedule my day. I was explaining this before. I wake up around noon, maybe 1. Yes, it's late. I immediately make breakfast. And then right after that, I always exercise, go to the gym or something. Right after that, I get coffee. Right after that, I come home, I eat, and then I come up here and I stream and make videos. So, again, because I have ADHD, I don't want to be too strict with my schedule because I'm gonna get bored of it. I need a little bit of variation. One way that I execute that is I don't say, I am going to follow a back by, chest try, legs routine split, and then I'm also gonna run for 10 minutes before my workout each day. Not at all. If I feel like running one day, I'll just run and not go to the gym. If I don't feel like running, I'll just walk for like 10 minutes and then I'll go to the gym. If I don't feel like going to the gym, but I also want to get a little bit of a workout in, I'll just stretch for a couple minutes, maybe do some dead hangs. So I have a block for exercising, but it can vary depending on how I'm feeling that day. It gives me the benefit of not having to think, not having to put in the mental weight, the mental energy, the strain of figuring out what I'm going to do, and then having the motivation to make myself do it, because it's just my routine. It's what I do every single day, and it takes off that weight. So that's one thing that I do. Have blocks, like a rough schedule, but it's not like a... I keep going in circles, wow. TLDR. I schedule things loosely. I have a schedule, I follow it, but I also give myself room to switch things up if I feel like it. Na 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 na. I wonder if I should make you able to tell Botwe if you're streaming and then say how long and what and have it send that in announcements. That'd be really nice, Retro. Not how long, because my streams are extremely impulsive, and sometimes I stop early and sometimes I go really late like today. But the topic, yes. The title, yes. That'd be awesome. Okay, I gotta go root for Australia to lose. Have fun, twin. La 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 la. Off topic, my Valorant lost connection. Yeah, that is doing you a favor. Can confirm. I'm hot. Personally, it feels like ADHD scheduling, it's autism scheduling, but gamified. Kinda true. Turning everything into a game got me through middle/high school. Hi, Key. I need to make a schedule so bad. See, like, I don't make a schedule. I just roughly have these things that I do in a certain order. I use SapphireBot for most of the DC servers I admin in. See, I think the problem with my server is it's getting too big. That's what Dev and Retro, which are some of the smartest people in my server, guessed about my situation. They guessed that it's because I have too many people and it's starting to consume too many resources. So Carl is like shadow banning my server. That's the current game theory, and it really makes sense because Carl isn't down, but out of nowhere, as my server has grown, it just stopped working. Like right after, maybe somewhere after 2000. I'm at like 2200, right? Somewhere in there, it just randomly stopped working. I block times where I can have a schedule and still be spontaneous, e.g. go outside. I can choose where in the moment. Very true. Another thing that I do, Static Void, speaking of that, El Carl, is sometimes I'll switch out things in my day while maintaining the general structure. So like sometimes on rare occasions, instead of exercising and filming videos, I will go out and do something. I'll go travel somewhere. But the rough structure stays the same. I've never heard of that even in big servers. Really? See, because I can see no other explanation. Again, it's not down. I don't understand how that would gamble on dev bet. No, I mean how long until stream. Oh, Retro, that's kind of cool. See, but the problem is, I'm always late. Maybe if I started using a starting soon screen, I could do that. Maybe. Kiwi, I held a turtle today. That's awesome. That's awesome, Sharky. I used to use Carl, but I switched to Sapphire because it's an indie bot. Oh, What about Sapphic bot? Based? Can you give me perms and I'll check on it myself? Yes. Can you send me a DM right now, Dev? He was very cute. Aww. Oh, today I was on my run and I saw a baby lizard. Oh my gosh. And it like climbed up a tree and then I caught the baby lizard and then I pet his little head for a second and then I let him go. It was so cute. And I was scared that his tail was gonna come off because that's always like freaky for me, but it didn't. And I made sure to be very gentle. And he was so tiny and he was so cute. And then I put him back on the tree. And then he scurried away. Yes, please use starting soon screen. Really? Okay, say less, say less. Hey, somebody remind me to make a starting soon screen. I just need to actually go to the trouble of figuring out how that works. DMing the big K. Wait, my boyfriend DMs me? Whoa. Discord is so big that the mainstream bots have actually become like partially corrupt for money. Like Me6. Oh yeah. Doesn't Me6 have this one plan where you can pay like $7 billion for the pro plan, whatever that means? I'm afraid lizards will drop their tails. Me too. I always see baby lizards at work. Oh, I saw a huge ass lizard today next to the power thingy. Oh, the lizard. Cute. Guys, I'm clocking out right now. You finished work, Sweetie Pepper? Hell yeah. I love little lizards and skinks. What is a skink? And friends. Oh, skunks? I love little critters. Critters are so cute. Everything except for bugs is adorable. Hello, that's me. I'm her boyfriend. Hello. Me6 is so strange to me. Skinks. I first read skins. And then skinks. And then it took me like 7 seconds. It took me like 6 or 7 seconds to determine that they meant skunks. I'm sure it's not $7 billion, Kiwi. Stop lying and spreading misinformation. Okay. No skinks. They're a type of lizard. I can't tell if you're joking. 6, 7. No skinks? Oh! They're like lizards, but if they were smooth and on the ground. Oh, that's so cute! That's so cute. I like isopods. Isopods are creepy. Night-night, Ale. Good night, twin. Skinks are real. Look them up. Okay, I will. That sounds really cute. Smooth and on the ground. I just love lizards, bro. They're so stupid. Okay. I'm gonna end stream. You were serious. I can't believe I doubted you. I have fleas. That's nice, twin. I like computer viruses, especially if they're in a virtual machine disconnected from internet, especially when I can tweak around with it using IDA Pro and worms and how they work. Aww, wait, guys, isn't he so cute? Look at his little autistic rambling. Aww. That's my little cybersecurity enthusiast. Do you guys see how cute Dev is? The cat is judging chat. He is. Look at the malice. Finally. Finally what? Oh, finally I'm hopping off. Okay. I will be back. Kira is not dead. Hello, Kira. I'm ending stream. Guys, Kira's here. Time to end stream. WQD Dev. Agreed. Your. Why did he say your? Aww. Epic sounds like a hater. Epic's not actually a hater. Epic, are you Reflex? What's your Discord username? Are you in the Discord? I feel like Epic is Reflex. They have similar vibes. I sent it by accident. Reflex? Okay, yep. Knew it. See, you didn't even have to say that and I knew it was you. I ran Kiwi in a little air-gapped Windows 7 VM on Kimu and Girda. What? I'd be worried that they'd somehow escape the virtual machine. I think it's cool I'm in the same time zone as Kiwi. Ah, yes, the superior time zone. Pacific time. That's right. That's right. Alright, I'm actually ending stream. I'll try to... not EST, Pacific time. I will try to make a starting soon screen. It'll probably take me a couple days to gather the motivation to do it. It is 9:10 p.m. for me. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for the follow, Sasuke fanboy. What does that say? Is that meme? Ooh, another meme? What? You're stinky kiwi. So what if I am? Huh? So what if I am? Goodbye, Mist. Have a wonderful night or day, twin. I'm pretty sure it's night for you. Have a wonderful night, twin. Can the starting soon screen be mpreg.dev? Bye, twin. Bye, Scarlet. Thank you, Rex, for unfollowing me and refollowing. Thank you for stream, Kiwi. I have to go bye. Bye, Pinty. Thank you for joining us. Potentially not mpreg.dev. Maybe something more along the lines of a cat compilation. Maybe like this one, you know. Maybe clips of me. Maybe not dev mpreg. I'll keep that one. I'll toss that one around in my noodle. Thank you, Bandit, for unfollowing and refollowing. I'm gonna smell you. Goodbye, IRL puppy girl. CEO dysfunction. Okay, Dev. Okay. Thank you, Reflex, for unfollowing me and refollowing. Okay. A kiwi and a kiwi? That's a good idea as well. Ooh, I can get real creative with this. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining me. This was a fun stream. Bye. Who is that? Static Void. Thank